Hey guys, you're watching Defeat and we're back with yet another video. As you might know already, our team have a passion for game exploration and discovery, and this time is no exception. Seeking new promising projects every time is not that easy a thing to do as you might think, so we have some favorites of course, whose progress we're watching closely. One of such projects is called SIDUS HEROES, a popular play-to-earn NFT game in sci-fi genre. The developers reported huge updates in May, and we invite you here to check them out together. During May, the project had several major updates, and including the launch of first-time module, the store. There are plenty of new resources out there, unique items, new investment opportunities that become available for players. So make sure you watch this video until the very end, because we are about to recap every big event in important detail in SIDUS HEROES ecosystem, so we're taking off right now. So regular viewers may have noticed that we are keeping a close eye on this project, SIDUS HEROES. So yeah, you've got us all, we play it from time to time and check their updates. Therefore, we have a sincere interest in all activities within and around the project. So I think May was a game-changing month for SIDUS HEROES, and now I'm about to tell you why. So we start off with late April, and it marked changes to the main mechanics for farming golden tesseracts. I want to cheer up all the players because now you don't have to get these 3 consecutive victories to win the tesseract. Just win 5 separate matches now. Yes, the time of despair and curses has been left behind finally, and today's meta is a grind. Next thing, they made SENATE investment points value updates. Previously, I have told you about module construction, so the unique mechanics introduced by the SIDUS HEROES developers that give ordinary people an opportunity to become the co-owners of in-game services and receive lifelong royalties. All they need to do is invest in-game assets they earned while playing in the development of services. As the project has 2 native tokens, both of them are used for module construction. In the same update, the developers have set the cost of 1 SENATE to 100 investment points. Basic daily limit to 5 SENATE, and the amount needed to start the first module construction, which is the store actually, to 5,000 SENATE tokens. If you find the module construction idea interesting, here's a quick guide on how you can invest in game assets and secure solid royalties. And by the way, the store investors already received 70% of royalties. Sounds solid if it's true, right? But let's return to the fun part here. So log into your game and go to the module section. Choose the desired module and click on Invest. You can see the current progress in the resource collection window and in the invested required column. Click on plus in the corresponding section to invest a particular resource. Then you should specify the resource amount in the pop-up menu and you are done. The amount that you invest determines the size of your royalties, so you can see it on the left side. All investors are rated according to their contribution to module, and this is displayed on the leaderboard screen. Try your best to secure the biggest piece cut. SIDUS and SENATE have finally arrived in the patch version 0.1.9. Players now are able to deposit SIDUS and SENATE tokens both into their game accounts. Onboarding is available via MetaMask wallet, as you know. I think this is a really crucial event that all the players have been waiting for. Tokens can be invested in module construction or can be used to purchase items in the store. This topic deserves our special attention. A week later, players were given the opportunity to invest SIDUS and SENATE tokens in new modules, like 3 at once. If the reproduction facility and marketplace constructions were needed limestones and slates, familiar to many, the Pace Shutter Shipyard managed to surprise with outlandish composite resources like Kapton, fiberglass, tungsten electrode, reinforced concrete, carbon steel, and nanotritium. And the interesting thing is that these resources have not yet been onboarded into the game. Meanwhile, investing in the store was coming to a logical end. The game-changing updates arrived in early May with the 0.1.11 version, SIDUS Heroes has finally transitioned onto the new graphic engine. The game-changing updates arrived in early May with the 0.1.11 version update, where SIDUS Heroes has finally transitioned onto the new graphic engine. This change affected all the visual elements in the game, like literally. The designers have completely redesigned the arenas, and now the environment seems to be truly alive. Attack animations and character movements have become smoother and sharper, so the same applies like to visual effects. They look just solid. And yeah, the Ogya finally got their own planet. Yes, besides the new graphic engine, the patch brought good news to Ogya owners finally. Players know that for a long time there were only two battle arenas like Voltron and Riptorian planets, which have like advantages to their races. So I think finally justice has been restored. In between two massive updates, the team rolled out bug updates and minor improvements. Most of them were applied to the battle loading screen. They also added an inscription under the match loading bar. Also, I'll say that they were added an automatic exit to the lobby, and if an opponent does not load, a player will be returned to the game lobby where they can continue fighting their opponents. Additionally, they added the ability to disable the camera shaking effect and enlarging fonts on the battle screen. With that said, there were like slight preparations for what's coming next. Here I'm about to say that the store module launch was just tremendous. Yeah, around a few weeks ago, the store finally opened its doors for SIDUS Heroes users. This is the first module that went through all the stages like investment, development, and finally launch. Over 760 users have invested in the first SIDUS Heroes module and reserved themselves an unprecedented, just imagine this, 70% royalty payback. Amazing. To celebrate the store launch, unique Dropboxes with exclusive content were also featured. There are three levels of rarity, so common, epic, and legendary Dropboxes, with the price from 48 to 48,000 SIDUS tokens. Each Dropbox contains composite materials, gadgets, and also toolboxes. Every toolbox gives an exclusive skin for the future ship. And this is to say, the hype was so high that the legendary Dropboxes were sold just within a single day of 24 hours. Just whew. But what attracts players to these Dropboxes so much? The answer is gadgets and composite resources. Gadgets are limited edition items that intensify the owner's abilities. The first batch of in-game gadgets is only available via Dropboxes and will never appear anywhere else in the game. Just never. The second installment of in-game gadgets will be released in the future updates, I think. So what gadgets have been introduced so far? Say this thermo, hydro, electric, and bleeding catalyst, which increase damage from a particular attack. For example, Vitality 8 obviously increases vitality. Defensive overlay to increase your hero's defense. Attack amplifiers will simply increase your overall attack. And Agility Accelerator boosts up your agility. And finally, gadget called Freshman is like a race-specific gadget that gives one additional energy point to use when a battle begins. Each gadget belongs to a specific race, so the Riptorian gadget will not fit for Ogya or Voltron, and vice versa. And finally, the composite resources were presented in the same patch. Composite materials are already featured in the 3 new modules and are now available in Dropboxes from the store. They come in 6 rarity levels, so it's common, uncommon, unique, rare, epic, and finally legendary. They all have different probabilities of being found inside a Dropbox, and as a result, different investment points for each of them. That's what's caused the biggest attention from players, I think. Finally, they managed to substantially increase their share in the Space Shuttle Shipyard module. Yet another great item inside these Dropboxes is toolboxes that contains skin for ships. As far as I know, spaceships will be introduced in the future updates, and it's like an original way to customize your baby. As a cherry on the cake, music has been added for each battle arena. So the game is now much more interesting as every battlefield has its own sounds. So turn on the sound to immerse into the game to the max. May Booster. Number of daily reward battles were increased from 10 to whopping 25. So amount of resources in the daily rewards will literally triple. Each hero in the team gets from 10 to 100 SIDUS as a reward. The event lasted for about 2 weeks and players managed to earn solid rewards during that time. Of course, in addition to these large events, there were also more local ones, but with no less valuable prizes in the form of community boxes and various bonuses. The team is also trying to diversify communication with users, and they host contents on different platforms such as Twitter, Discord, and Telegram. I'd say that this approach really deserves my approval. Okay guys, I have the impression that the SIDUS Hero team strategy is actually working effectively, and their efforts such as their My Booster and Dropbox airdrop are yielding positive result now. According to my subjective feeling, now there are more players as well as investors in module construction. What captivates me personally is the team attitude. Their social networks just never stop, and they are constantly working and roll out updates, bug fixes, and their generous events. And they're not just empty words. I think it's improvements that every ordinary user can feel. I hope that today's review was useful to you as well, so don't be a wuss and leave a like for all our efforts. On my behalf, I want to wish SIDUS Heroes to keep the pace, because after a while I will be back with yet another review. So see you soon in the next videos.